Knock knock his knuckles.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Sonic Generations mod showcase. It's good to do one of these again. This time we're going to take a look at two mods that we have here, and I'm just going to say what they are. Why is Classic Sonic jumping? There you go. We have Sonic from Sonic and the Black Knight, or Caliburn Sonic by Netco, and if it's here, it should be around here. I mean, why wouldn't it not be? Why would it not be here? I gotta find it. The other mod that we have is Camelot Castle by Melpontro. This is actually a more recent mod, so this would be interesting to look at. Let's hope it's actually in this game. There we go. Now, for some of you who aren't aware of how much I am not a fan of this, game crashed. Okay. Well, that explains a lot. Okay, so one of the mods actually just kept the start screen. I think it might have conflicted with one of the mods, so maybe we have something different this time. So we still have Camelot Sonic. There we go. Or not Camelot Sonic, sorry. Freaking Caliburn Sonic. It's basically Sonic with the sword. Will this work? I mean, everything looks fine. Oh, it's got to be the HUD mod. That's what it had. It had to be that. Because look at that. Now we have enemies here. The HUD mod must have just messed with it. Also, I probably shouldn't be doing this because it's not true to the game. You basically have to do this. Or it's even slower than that. Do that to me, will ya? But, I'm gonna be honest, like, when I streamed the game, or when I first did the Let's Play on it, I was like, oh, this is, like, a very bizarre game to play. It's a little tough to recommend. Now that I've done the entire, or I did the majority of the story on stream, I cannot recommend that game. It is just way too, it was just heavily relying on you to do just like waggle controls the entire time. And then when you got to the, it's like, oh, do these as much as you can as long as you're not hitting civilians. When you do it for the, like in the boss fights, it's like the only time you have to time it, so it's really weird. It's like this thing you heavily depend on, and then it changes to a thing you can't really depend on. We're gonna go through this one more time, but we'll like take our time through it just so that we can show everything. I do like the model though. The model is very nice. So we are going to go through this one more time. Although that opening area looks very similar to the opening area for the Sonic 06 Wave Ocean one. Another good mod. So the level is pretty straightforward. It's just like Camelot Castle it's just like a lot of the entire game of Sonic the Black Knight. It's just an extremely straightforward area, though. Okay, I could just like skip past the enemies, sure. I just want to see whether or not there are any extra routes we can take. Because I did see some stuff, but I know we also couldn't really explore because... Okay, we can do that. So then... That looks like something I can go through. Hold on, let's go back. See, that looks like something I can just jump through and go in, but apparently not. No, can we go here? Nope. I mean, it's very faithful to the game. Wait, no. We can go... Yeah, no. It's just it's a straight path. I think what would be really cool for a Generations mod, it's nice that... I almost died. I still went past him. What the heck? Anyways, I mean, I guess it's cool to be faithful, but I also would like to see, basically this area to just make a Generations version of it, where yeah, you can have your straightforward line, but you can also add some little areas for exploration, make it an overall better level. You can use the same set piece, but just create something different out of it. I think that'd be really nice. So I can't really knock the mod just because, I mean, it's being true to the game. And that was, what, a minute and a half? We'll go through one more time. But I have no interest. I just wanted to see how Sonic is. See? You have his jump from the game. If only he had his backflip. And his homing attack is very similar to the game. Your boost is a Soul Surge. My controls are... Okay, it's like my controls got messed up. And I think what we can do is just go face another another character. We basically did everything we need to do here. We looked at the level twice. Let's go do a boss fight. So I'll see you in a bit. We're going to call this Sonic Chaos. We're going to call this Perfect Chaos versus Sonic, but with a sword. Yeah, I know, it's not the most genius thing ever, but you know what, Perfect Chaos? We're changing the events of history. I have a sword. Let's go. Also, this is like one of my favorite boss fights in the game. I still like how it says Soul Surge. Oh boy, it's not good. Well, I like how that was the first thing I do. I have never seen that route before. That's actually a new one. I've never taken the right side before in this fight, so I got to see a section that was new to me. So check out how clean that HUD is. I know I didn't like much out of oh gosh. I know I didn't like much out of the game, with the exception of like the music and some of the set pieces that they had, because I thought that was still kind of cool. And the idea behind the story was awesome. It's just, you know, a game that's not a bad game is still a bad game. You could have all the potential in the world, but I mean, once a I was gonna say, once a game just craps the bed on it, all that potential kind of goes to waste. I know people say like, oh well, Sonic 06 was ambitious. Yeah, but it was still a bad game. I mean, a game can go in with all the ambition in the world, but if it can't deliver on the experience it's trying to provide, then unfortunately it just doesn't work. Screw you, tornadoes. Oh, I better hit some rings. Okay, that's good enough. So yeah, that's pretty much why I say Sonic 06 is still a bad game, despite all of the things that are in its favor. The game part of it was not good. I mean, Sonic and the Black Knight was a lot more offensive, so I'll say that. You know, Sonic and the Black Knight actually beats Sonic 06 as my least favorite Sonic game, or least favorite 3D Sonic game. And by 3D, I mean like Sonic game with like 3D visual. Oh gosh, that one still scares me. Least favorite Sonic game with 3D visuals. No, 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 no. I should have boosted on that one. I think this is just like a save file that it gives me. Okay, well, we're gonna do this anyways. This is so much better than fighting the Black Knight, because at least there's a challenge. There's still jank in the challenge, but there's still a challenge nonetheless. Also, this music's pretty epic. It's very underrated. I know people like Open Your Heart, but oh my goodness, this is good. And it's over. But yeah, that was all I had to say on it. So I guess, I don't know, we'll go into like a collection room or something so we have music to play in the background. Hey, ranking changed because I have a sword now. Respect my authority. And my sword. And I bet the sword will probably have like some lame thing that's going to tell me, it's like, well, I wouldn't call you this. It's like, I'm sorry, but who is wielding the sword now? It is not sword wielding hedgehog. It is hedgehog wielding sword. Anyways, that's going to do it for this brief Generations mod showcase. Let me know what you think about the mod or the mods that I covered in the comment section down below. Be sure not to use the HD HUD fix, because it actually it'll crash the game because it kind of messes with the Sonic and the Black Knight mod. So there you go. If you want the link to download these mods, I'll provide them down below. And with that said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content that I produce and you're not subscribed yet, join the Knux Club by subscribing to the channel. Click the bell icon to get notifications for new content. And at this time, I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, the members of Knux Club Plus. You see the names on screen right now. If you want to consider sponsoring the channel, you can find out how to do so with the YouTube gaming link down below. And you can find out the perks of Knux Club Plus in the description of this video. If you want to find me outside of YouTube, you can find my social media accounts, which are all in the description of this video. With that said, I hope you have a wonderful and safe day, and I'll catch you for the next Sonic Generations mod showcase. I'm so glad I don't have to fight the knight, because, real talk, that took an hour and a half for me to do for my first time. So, at least we get this dope AF music. Take care.